Katars.
As long as he knew he wasn't going to get the sadness look from Remy, he was feeling fine. As we start grand finals of South America here of Yuz versus Kyna with yet another showing here from Lin Fei.
We're seeing the Lin Fei come out. It's not going to be an Asuri versus Asuri mirror match to finish this one off, but it's still going to be Katars versus Katars. The cannon gets thrown away quick, but one thing that Yuz has with this Asuri is that right there. Dare into neutral light is true at 9 dexterity, and it works really well for Yuz.
Yuz basically the biggest thing that he has that is the surprise factor is the occasional pull, but also that side sig being an access tool at the ledge. We've seen quite a few people make an attempt at it. I wouldn't be surprised to see it soon, but good wall volley, trying to catch a poke in his head above the ledge, but does not get the mark.
Yeah, went a little wide on that one. Again, that's kind of the trouble when you're swapping characters too much, is like the range of your signatures is going to be a little bit harder to adjust to. But still, he's getting some good damage built up. He needs a little extra, though, because, again, Lin Fei, not the most strength. Usually comes in high dex, high speed, doesn't have a lot of strength or defense.
And right now we have, I mean, the cannon usually negates that and doesn't really have too much fear on it, but the Asuri D-Sig just says, we're going to just go ahead and put a complete stop to that right now. Kudos as well, though, to the fact that Yuz keeps switching these characters and warms them up pretty quickly, considering the fact he's swapping so much.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely not taking him too long. He's gotten that damage built up on to kind of has him in the red. Is likely going to be looking for a downlight nair, but hasn't even really thrown out too many downlights. Instead, it's been like neutral lights on the stage. There's the nair. Finally finishes off the stock, but Yuz took a healthy bit of damage there trying to find that.
I feel like it's what Kyna does to you, man. Like, I keep looking for the openers that could be there for the D-Lights, but Kyna's always playing, like, just out of the sweet spot range. He goes in, makes it look like you can hit it, and then fades out. And you're like, I don't want to swing at that because I know he's looking for it, and it makes you second-guess it so much like that previous set.
No, Yuz, though, had a little bit of a juggle there, but Kyna immediately turns it around, downlight side air. Kyna, he's back at it. He's gave him the same book. It's the same thing. You press any button and you are going to get hurt.
Yeah, you steal this coach's game plan at this point. It's like find the playbook and take it away from Kyna because his advantage with Katars has been second to none compared to pretty much all the other Katars we've been seeing so far. And I honestly don't even know what Yuz is going to do to solve it, because the cannon I figured would be like a nice burst option tool to check this movement, and he hasn't even had a chance to do it. It's just trying to go Katar v Katar, and it has not been enough yet.
Yeah, he's just trying to out-dex the Katars of Kyna. Throws out the down sig, Kyna not in position to punish. Neutral light, doesn't get extra there.
I like the chase attempt there, going for the side lights afterwards, expecting him to maybe stay in position, go for a spot dodge, but oh my God, why are you so frightening, dude? Please, my God. I am freaking out over here and I'm not playing, but that's a big punish right there, as game number 1 does go in favor to Kyna, and I do, to be completely honest, a lot of what that game felt like looked very similar to those last games in Winners Finals.
Yeah, I mean, regardless of the character Yuz is playing, it does not change the fact that Kyna's got so much control. 512 damage put out on the Katars. This region is the region of one weapon Andes.
True enough, for the longest time, it was pretty much just the Lance. And then we saw, of course, the Rise of Spear with Fiend kind of showcasing everybody what that could do. But now it has been one weapon show all throughout Winter Champions here in South America. And it's going to, Yuz needs to make that one work right there.
Yeah, he's got the cannon in hand. Will hit a little bit harder than those Katars. And he's starting to find some solid damage built up, but he's not getting that like dodge in read that kind of, whoa, oh!
I am so glad that I didn't say go off king before that happened, because I was about to say that on the fact that Yuz had so many. And yeah, that one is a mentality emote right there. Like, oh, well, all right, GG's, bro. I don't know what I'm going to do about game 2.
That's just like a self-oof, you know? Oh, yeah, that happened.
Ouch. But we'll see if a rebound can happen, because you know you never say never. You never like honestly you put on a good amount of damage before that moment. That it's not that far off here.
Yeah, I mean he's definitely gotten some good damage built up. All he needs to do is finish off this stock of Kyna, and on the other side, Kyna's not really doing too much with these stocks. He's not getting that much damage put out onto Yuz.
I feel like that's the part that's so frightening about Kyna. It's like it really does feel like he's not doing too much. That spacing again was so good. Doesn't get too much out of that punish, but does get reversal snared. However, already put Yuz up in orange.
One thing that's really, really tough for Use is landing. Like, Kyna does
Yeah.
a really good job of just, like, waiting for Use to jump and then stealing away all of the space just in front of Use, and Use is just trying to find this narrow landing pad against Kyna.
Yeah, the amount of confidence you need to have to just watch if somebody does that. Meanwhile, however, Yu's feeling pretty confident in that. But that's a big reversal. No!
He bet big.
That is the trade-off, of course, of Cannon. If you decide to bet big and you get reversed like that, if you are not in position to side air your way back to stage, you're probably not making it back.
Yeah, I mean, that second recovery whiffing is just like a, oh no, that's not going to go well.
Looking rather foolish right now, but it's okay, bud. It's okay. You still got more games to play, and Use, however, doesn't look like he's having a good time. Again, landing against Kyna is an impossible task, like you said.
It's definitely challenging at the very least. Neutral Sig, not quite enough. Again, Linfei, not the most strength, but enough to finish off the stock. Last stocks here, and honestly, so far, Use has kind of thrown away 2 stocks. Like, both of them have been these, like, very minor mistakes that end up leading to early KOs.
And to be honest, I want to see an attempt at it one more time. Because you're so far behind at this point, you might as well just go for it all. But
go for something other than side air back onto the stage, though, first.
All right, what's the option here? Chilling away. Yeah, the Kyna just literally does not care about any of your spacing on your signatures. That is at least 4 of them, I think, that he just spaced around other than the 2 neutral sigs that were able to take the stock out. This would have been fantastic until he was in a position where that Sair was easily punishable. Kyna knew that the resources were gone. And 1 game away, Duke, from getting yet another championship for South America.
Yeah, that was just an unfortunate 50-50, right? Like, Use red high, expecting Kyna to, like, panic dodge up or jump, and unfortunately, Kyna went down and then avoided it, and Use was like, well, I have horizontal movement. I can go for these side airs, but if any of that movement gets stuffed out, that's a stock, and that's exactly what happened. Kyna hit him with the down air and ended up closing it out, and now, like you said, 1 game away from a Kyna championship.
We've been going around the world in 80 days right now because we've been taking a grand tour of these stages, and we are going to finish potentially here on Miami Dome. Honestly, it might be the right call just because landing has been so difficult that those 2 soft platforms give you at least a different route. That said, most of the Qatar players have made complete success out of those platforms as well, much like that positioning right there.
The neutral and actually beating out the side air there from Use. I mean, this is looking like a repeat of Winners Final where Kyna just had all of the control. Every time Use was throwing out attacks, Kyna was smacking him. Use with the spot dodge, doesn't eat the recovery, but still, all right, he actually gets a little bit of a landing there.
Yeah, he's done it against 3 burst option, actually, well, 2 burst option characters because he did not fight the Jaeyoon, but he was able to shut down the approaches from Vector. He's been able to shut down the bursts from Cannon, and so far he has shut down Linfei 1 more time here in Game 3.
Yeah, advantage to Kyna. Use picks up the cannon, hits the side air, goes for the ground pound. Kyna's got the edge guard opportunity, but Use gets back onto the stage.
Kyna keeps smacking him away with those nairs, and just it's not even that that Use is making like bad choices either. He's just barely misspacing, and Kyna's punishing him for it almost every single time.
Off stage. Okay, that's a punish from Use. Going for that gravity cancel N-Sig to punish the N-Sig of Kyna. Opportunity here for Use to bring it back.
Qatar's in hand, trying to chase him down, but Kyna's movement just so slippery to get away, to get access to that weapon. But this is pretty much the first of the sword we're going to see over the past couple games.
Yeah, it's really been the Qatar show. I mean, kind of on both sides. He's had the cannon in hand for Use, but it's still kind of predominantly been these Qatars on both sides.
I almost feel like Kyna's just going to throw it away like soon. Yeah.
Okay.
it's like he was hovering around like he planned to get rid of it pretty soon just because these have been on the money.
Just wanted that safe opportunity too. A nice slap down coming out from Use. Needs a little bit more, but let's kind of get that wall touch, fake out with the ground pound, and kind of hits him for it.
This is a big make or break type moment right here. That nair does come through though, and that breaks the spirit pretty quickly. It's still, if you can minimize the damage here, Use does very much have a chance to try and take this game. It's just the key factor, minimizing this damage here before you get that stock.
As we've said time and time again, it ain't over till it's over. But right now, Use is on his final stock. The Dragon doesn't go over the corner, kind of gets past it again. Side air, still not enough for Use to even up the stock count, but the side sig will do it.
Very well done. All right, all of a sudden, we're back on the board and back in the game, and that was pretty close as well with that previous interaction where he caught that stuff recovery, had the sider off the wall, couldn't get the closeout, but still closed it out, only being put into yellow here on last stock.
Yeah, I definitely got nervous in that offstage opportunity, that like situation where he uses a little bit below Kyna, but he did manage to get his way back up onto that stage. Nice.
Here we go, kind of starting to get something going, getting some dare reads as well in the middle of the strings, getting some more damage off, and Kyna does get back to the Katars though, and so far the mirror match of the Katars has been slightly in favor of Kyna, but this is for sure, I think, the closest last stock I have felt between these two.
Yeah, definitely utilizing the map as well. You saw him utilizing those soft platforms that you mentioned at the very start of this game, and definitely pointing out why he wanted this map. Good avoidance of the recovery. Yuz needs to avoid all of those KO options because he wants to stay inside this tournament.
And kind of just trying to find his way over to the sword. Now we're at that point where we're going to be getting pretty close to D-Light recovery. Might not even need it. That's just multiple nears in a row that keep getting the job done.
The neutralites, everything adding up. The equation starting to show a kind of victory. If Yuz can't deny it, that's 3 exclamation points and 1 more at the end of the game, as Kyna is going to be the South American Winter Champion.
If you needed any type of description to how the set went the way it did, that last stock was exactly the picture. Waiting it out, not moving, even though they're close, just controlling the side of the stage, waiting for all the resources to burn. Yeah, no, where are you going? What are you going to do? That's fine. That's cute. Keep holding the wall. Oh, 1, a 2, a 3, bye. Just well executed by Kyna, never giving up stage control for no reason, and always making sure that he was always out of burst ranges in the previous matches before that, and Kyna, once again, just sitting comfortably and dominant in that throne that belongs to him in South America.
Yeah, showing why he is PR #1 in the South American region. But, of course, we're looking forward to seeing Kyna and Yuz because they've both earned their